Hello, and welcome to episode 112 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where in the sequel, Zach and Miri make an OnlyFans. So, this is the 420 episode. And you couldn't have 420 without Seth Rogen. Logan, you sent us a text about Seth Rogen and Kevin Smith the other day. What is it? What news?
Yeah, they got their own pod companies now. That's pretty phenomenal. I want to check it out. Seth Rogen's got a company, Houseplant. Kevin Smith, I'm not sure. And then Urkel's got one now too.
Yeah, Purple Urkel or something like that.
Purple Urkel, yeah, that was just announced a few days ago, and it looked like he was doing a commercial with Snoop Dogg. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, see, now the 90s right there is amazing.
I saw I saw a picture on Instagram there, him and Snoop Dogg, and he had the Urkel outfit on. So
Did I smoke that?
Did I smoke that? What was the Kevin Smith company?
I'm actually looking it up right now.
Snoochie Boochies and something else. Yeah, he talks about it on his podcast all the time. He was doing a podcast with Ice Cube, and they both share the same weed company. And yeah, he was talking about his, and Ice Cube has Good Day. That's his weed line.
Yes,
Good Day.
That was the one I forgot about.
Yeah,
awesome.
Today is a good day. Good song.
Yeah.
They're actually, it looks like Smith is opening up the old RST video store to do RST, THC, CBD, urban entertainment. It's got
Oh, damn.
It's got a phone number and everything.
It's kind of a long name, in my opinion. You want something short and sweet, like Purple Urkel. Perfect.
Yeah, Purple Urkel is amazing.
Yeah.
And plus, like,
Good day. Yeah.
you literally have Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash. Like, this seriously could have just.
Yeah.
Just
Although Kevin Smith has a list here of the most powerful weed strains on chiefschlub.com. Oh, it's their weed. Sorry. There's Snoogans, Berserker, Snoochie Boochies. Oh, that's it.
What about a Blunt Man? That's like, come on, Blunt Man and Chronic.
Blunt Man and Chronic.
Yeah,
exactly.
See, this is why Kevin Smith needs us for his marketing team.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's indica, 42% THC, 3% CBD, powerful infused with 95% pure organic THC. This stuff reads like coffee now.
Sounds like it's gonna kick you, knock you out, kick you on your ass. That's what it sounds like.
Kevin, I'm not gonna lie, it almost looked like you were writing that down as Bob was saying it. Like,
since it is it's legal in New York now, have you partaked or checked out the local dispensaries?
I always partake, even before it became legal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. That's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's been legal in Illinois for like what, a year now. Checked them out.
Is it expensive? Like, it's really expensive though, right?
It's about
yeah,
50,
they tax the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's about 15, 20 bucks in tax. For like if you get an eighth or whatever, it's about 20 bucks.
Do they sell the cartridges or just
they sell everything? Yeah,
everything. Yeah.
How much is the cartridges? How much is one cartridge? You know?
I don't know. I never get those.
$50 ish.
Oh, yeah, because I paid $35 for mine.
Yeah,
okay.
For friends. Yeah.
They do a sales tax, like a state sales tax, and then plus another like cannabis tax on it too. So yeah, it comes out 30 extra
One
bucks.
good thing is if you have the medical card, you're allowed to grow at least 3 plants as well.
Oh,
I don't know
didn't
how
know
that figured in, but someone brought that in on one of the brochures, and I was like, well, there you go. I just happened to fill my entire garden out here anyway. That wasn't for that, but you know.
Yeah, I think across the state you can have up to an ounce in your house.
Yeah.
Right? It's like there's like 4 plants.
Bob, you said they have a brochure?
Yeah, first for at the doctor's offices, there's a medical marijuana like pamphlet, and it's all the stuff included where it takes state tax off of the weed, it takes precedence if you need it, and there's a run on it, like they'd run out apparently. Like, people with medical stuff would be able to get it, and
No, from the way you said it, I was thinking like a Jehovah Witness knocks on your door and gives you a brochure.
If that was the case, it would be a DoorDash guy or
Yeah.
Grubhub guy. Like, hey, here you go. Check this out.
That's probably the next thing. They'll have Door Dashers that'll deliver weed. I'm sure that's going to be coming in the future.
Yeah, like a half baked. That was
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh yeah.
Logan, let's get in on the ground floor here. We live between two dispensaries.
Yes, let's invest. Let's get this going here, Bob. Come on.
I got the name. See, marketing. CinePhellas Kush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like that. That's a nice ring to it.
Like with the letters underneath the standard CinePhellas thing, Kush just kind of looks like a beanbag. Like each letter, just a very comfortable beanbag chair.
Nice.
Logan could be like the J, Bob, Silent Bob already. So yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You just
All
need to
over
grow
it.
the long blonde hair and the beanie.
Yeah. I'm all about that.
So who would you guys smoke with? We should. Yeah, that's a good question. With celebrities.
I think the number one for me is Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, so yeah, it's.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say it, but it's like, yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and then Paul Rudd would be another one. I think he'd be cool. Even though I met him. I didn't smoke with him.
I'd
Seth
say
Rogen,
Chappelle.
Chappelle.
Yeah, Chappelle
Yeah.
would be awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Ice Cube. I just feel like I'd be like really calm and like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah. Still so aggressive.
Maybe
I wouldn't
Seth
want to
Rogen.
with the Cypress Hill guy. It'd be dangerous because they just smoke all the time.
Like that podcast of Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
With them and Joe- Rogan was out.
Yeah, they have a podcast where they just chill in like a car that's on their set, and they basically hotbox it so all the windows are up. And
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
Rogan could not hang. He's like, I'm out.
He was like passed out in the front seat. It was funny.
You guys remember the Simpsons episode when Homer gets he takes cannonballs to the stomach?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And someone's like, "Oh, someone ordered a Symphony Orchestra. Maybe why high? Cypress Hill, I'm looking in your direction."
Yeah.
And they played like a orchestra version of Insane in the Membrane, remember, for like a short second.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like someone ordered an orchestra. They're like, Frampton, was it Frampton? Be real lens of taking it. He's like, let me see if you guys can do this. And he started making the noise and they all start playing it.
Oh, Chris Tucker.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be
Smokey.
funny. Yeah, Smokey.
Smokey. Seth Rogen, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he could write a script for us and then, money. But yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be baked and hear him laugh. That'd be funny.
Right.
Can't do it, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'd want to with Ron Funches. Just I love Ron
Oh, yeah.
Funches and
Oh,
even
yeah.
then with smoking weed, watching wrestling, and talking about comics. I'm fine. Like I'm
That'd
good.
be fun.
Sounds like a good day to me.
Yeah, exactly.
See what you did there. Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
I feel like
Funny.
Matthew McConaughey, it wouldn't even be an event. Like he'd just be
Yeah.
sitting there and he's just like,
Pretty
hey,
much.
like
You wouldn't notice any difference. It would just be like a
You would have to know how to play bongos too.
Yeah, he comes out naked on the bongos. They're like, I'm leaving.
yeah.
I'm fine
He's
with
like,
that.
I like
but
to
when
run when I'm on high.
when he starts offering up his wife's placenta that's been grilled, that's when I walk away. I don't know what.
Yeah, no
They
thanks.
did that.
I'm not that hungry.
I said Patrick Stewart or Charlize Theron. They both smoke.
Really?
Oh wow.
Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
I
that.
looked it up on the internet before we came on. So yeah.
Man, you
Patrick
learned a lot
Stewart
from
would be
Patrick
good.
Stewart. Yeah, he'd like
Yeah.
teach you things. It'd be a real
Charlize
deep
Theron looks
conversation.
she seems like just like a cool girl. I don't know. I get her vibe off her that she's really easy to hang out with.
Her
Yeah.
here's an odd weird fact I learned. Her I believe her mother killed her father.
Yes. Come on,
Oh, wow.
messed up background. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
in South America or something. Just
Africa.
Africa,
Yeah, it was Africa. That's her.
Wow.
I just found out she's from there. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of
And
people
she
don't
ended
know
up
that
doing
I'm surprised.
Monster.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that I'm surprised, and I don't know why my mom is like this. She cannot tell the difference between Charlize Theron and Scarlett Johansson. She thinks it's the
What?
same person.
it was about 20 years. It feels like.
I know. Yeah.
No.
I know there's not. It's just it feels like because Charlize has been around. Like, I mean, 2 Days in the Valley was so long ago. But at the same time, I mean, Scarlett was in Eight-Legged Monsters or Eight-Legged Freaks. That's what it was.
Yeah. And Kevin, you said Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. He's a big advocate for medical marijuana.
I'm not gonna lie, just to have him speak to you in that voice, oh my god. And he's high at the same time.
And if he does it, McKellen does it because they're like best buds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I would do them too.
Smoke
That's
with Xavier and Magneto. That'd be
That's
it
like
right
one
there.
thing.
I think it's, yeah.
I smoked with the Boondock Saints at a convention. I shit you not, it was pretty cool. In
Oh, really?
Chicago, yeah, Comic-Con, I think it was about 10 years ago. I met him in the bathroom and I saw him outside. I'm like, hey, you want to smoke? And they came over and smoked with me and my buddy, Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flannery. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
think, yeah.
So, Sean Pat. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Mhm.
Sean Patrick Friendly. Yeah.
Flannery, yeah.
I don't think anyone's heard that name in a while.
I was gonna say, like,
Since Powder.
Yeah, that was like the early days of like Walking Dead. Norman Reedus wasn't really that big back then.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I don't know if they still smoke weed, but
oh, I guarantee you.
Probably.
Sean
Yeah.
Patrick Flannery looked terrible in the second Boondock Saints because his addiction is kind of bad. Like even,
oh yeah.
you know how puffy he looked? They said
Yeah.
they had to stop shooting in Ireland twice because he just kept drinking constantly to the point where he started swelling.
What about Dr. Dre? One mentioned him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of
That'd be
course.
great.
I would be too intimidated simply
Yes.
because I would think I would say something wrong.
Yeah.
Same with Ice Cube. Like they have, well, Ice Cube has a sense of humor. Dr. Dre, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
never,
didn't laugh. No. Yeah.
he looks intimidating. He'd never see him laughing or anything.
And he's
And
like,
for
all
no
buff
reason,
now.
he's in Under Armour shirts. No one's in Under Armour shirts for no reason. Like, and it's the long sleeve, so you can see that he's ripped. No, there's some underlying stuff there.
Yeah, he got big,
Yeah.
like he's muscular.
No,
Yeah.
he looks like
I
an
just-
action figure.
I didn't see him for a long time. He used to be kind of chubby, and then he got like just big. He's been lifting. Yeah.
He had a stroke not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember he had a
Month or
health
two ago.
issue.
I'd like to go be in the studio with him when he's laying down some beats, on all the equipment in his studios and everything. Yeah.
One of the greatest of all
That'd
time,
be cool.
for sure. Producer.
Yeah, I'd like to. I think it would be something special to be around an artist when they're in working with their canvas at their prime,
Absolutely. Yeah. It'd be amazing to be there.
Like even Timberland, honestly, because that guy he's been a producer on so many tracks. I'd love to sit and listen to him just accidentally drop something, all of a sudden make a multi-platinum record out of dropping a pen and a glass on his floor. And all of a sudden somehow have Missy Elliott on it and boom, all of a sudden it's a ringtone. In my mind, that's how it happens.
Maybe I think I thought about maybe the guys from Workaholics, that show Workaholics. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They seem like they
Yeah,
really
they definitely
fun.
smoke.
They definitely
Yeah.
smoke in real life. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you can tell.
Especially Blake.
Yeah, that guy he definitely does.
Adam
I
Devine.
haven't seen him in anything else after Workaholics and Dope and that Boy Scouts versus Zombies.
I know, like they said they're bringing that back. They're doing a movie. They're doing a Workaholics movie
Really?
on Paramount Plus, which I mean it's fine, but
It's Paramount Plus, so it's kind of reaching low. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And they just Paramount just bought Comedy Central then for the stream rights, or bought the rights to stream Comedy Central stuff now.
I think it's something like they had all the Comedy Central stuff, like when they did that CBS merger thing. And
Oh,
then, yeah, they just have a whole bunch of old stuff on there. Nothing new, just all the same shows. Like a lot of the stuff that HBO Max has, like I know Reno 901 and stuff like that, they still have like it's just the old Comedy Central stuff that they already had before.
Yeah, I was watching. For some reason, I got the knack to start watching Reno 911 again. I forgot how great that show is.
Yeah, it's really good.
And earlier I mentioned Dr. Dre. Did anyone watch them? The comedy?
No. I heard it was good.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes. Excellent.
Yeah, it's
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Really love
I heard
it
it's
so
good.
far.
I finished the whole thing already.
I want to. I just ran out of time. So I'm going to watch more after the podcast tonight.
What do you think about it so far?
It's good. It's creepy. There's a few scenes that I kind of jumped at and didn't expect. And yeah, it's well done. It's shot very well. It's cinematography wise, like the cast.
Yeah, and Allison Pill, like, she's usually like a funny
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
She's horrible, like she's terrible. Like like I don't want to spoil what happens to her, but yeah. It's
She's
like,
been popping up in a lot of stuff lately. I've noticed, like TV
Yeah.
shows.
She
She's
was
really-
creepy in Snowpiercer.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's the teacher, and like that part like weirded me
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I was also high when I watched that movie.
Well, for the end of that movie, you would need to be high before you just go.
Yeah,
"Whoa."
right.
That's the way.
Yeah,
This is the way, boys.
that is
This-
true. Yeah, that's a weird ass movie.
And she was in Cooties with Rainn Wilson. Did anyone see that?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know
No.
why, but I love that fucking movie.
And, Niall, I don't know what's going on with that like evil entity in the house, but it's pretty creepy.
Oh yeah, they explain
that-
it really well, and it's a good show, honestly. Like they talk about like religion and race and history and all these things. Yeah, it's pretty good. It does copy Jordan Peele like a lot.
Yeah,
But
it
other than
does.
that,
That's
Like-
what I was thinking, looking at the artwork for it. I didn't know if it had anything to do with
font.
us or not. Kind of the font and everything was, very similar to.
And it's,
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
the same actress too, I believe. The young girl was in
Oh.
this. Yeah.
yeah, so they were trying to pay homage to Us, but it comes off like they're ripping it off, honestly. But
Right, us and them. Yeah, kind
Yeah,
of.
it's a
yeah,
little too close.
The,
you have to have pronouns in the title.
but
yeah,
it's
pretty
good. Okay, I'll have to check it out.
And
Yeah.
Ty West, if anybody knows him, do you?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
directed a couple of episodes.
Nice.
okay. Nice. I'm in.
Yeah, I would notice one of the actors in the show has been in Ty West's few of his movies. I don't know his name, but
Is that the House of the Devil? Was he?
yes,
That's
yes.
it? Yeah.
And he was in another one, The Innkeepers or something like that.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah, I
yeah, I
forgot
remember
that.
that one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that.
That's
No,
a good
but-
one.
Yeah, check out them. I honestly think it's a good show. I am a little tired of the Jordan Peele stuff, like the cliche, the sweaty black man, the one tear, the bug eyes, what day is it, and all of that. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good show. It takes place in the 1950s, and all I'm gonna say is it's like that classic racism, which is like
Oh.
it just gets under your skin,
Yeah, it does.
Mhm.
Basically, it's Compton in the 1950s, and it's like all whites in this neighborhood, and this black family moves in.
Yeah,
That sets up the show.
it's like
Oh.
that Leave It to Beaver era where everything they act like
Yes.
everything's all perfect, and it's like, no, you're all some terrible.
Oh, it's the first 2 episodes of WandaVision.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much is, yeah.
Where the only black person you saw, you're like, they're not supposed to be there. Like in WandaVision, not in real life. I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
even then, you're like, I don't remember Lucy having black relatives or any neighbors. Like, I don't know how to.
Right.
no, I love it though. It's a great show, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. I didn't know what to expect, and I'm having a great time with it. It's got under my skin.
Now, who is everyone up to date on Winter Soldier, Falcon?
Yeah.
No, Kev, you're not.
Oh, come on,
Oh.
you got to pick it up, man.
I know, I'm bad. I'm bad. You
Well, I
guys
was just curious. I'm loving the hell out of it. Like, it's gotten so good.
It gets better and better, it seems like. And the last episode,
Yeah.
episode 5, is probably the best of the season thus far. After credits was
Yeah.
cool too. That's
Yeah.
all I'll say.
It's Friday's the last episode.
Yep.
Yeah. They had so much to do. Like I didn't know how they were going to fit everything in these last 2, but they covered a lot in that last one, just the aftermath of the previous episode and how it's going to move into the finale. I thought was pretty awesome. I was excited like towards the end. I didn't predict what was going to happen there, and I didn't know who the cameo was going to be. They said it was going to be a couple other people, so I was expecting that, and it was somebody totally different.
And you
So,
can
that was
understand
cool.
One more episode, right?
Yeah, one more.
one
Yeah,
more.
6 total.
And you kind of, I don't know about you guys, but I can feel for Wyatt Russell. I know that's not his name in the show, but whatever. Like you feel why he's going to be the way he's going to be, Like you understand why he's
Yeah.
taking that path. Yeah.
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 Yep. I know.
He's
Yeah.
awesome.
You kind of almost feel sorry for him,
Yeah.
just, and I guess in real life, the actor's getting a lot of, he's actually getting a lot of hate just because people hate the character. So he's getting hated on in real life.
Just getting like death threats and stuff.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when
I
that
know.
happens.
Yeah.
Like he's being an actor,
Yeah.
doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing a
Doing it.
great job. That's why.
Doing a damn good job.
Like Joffrey. I remember that happened to Joffrey.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
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 Well, what was it?
Crazy.
They
People are nuts.
offered. They were talking about having Kurt Russell's kid replace him as Snake
I heard
to
that
do a
he doesn't
new
want to.
in a reboot. Yeah, and he said it's career suicide and he wouldn't touch it. And like, good,
Yeah.
that's a smart decision.
Yeah.
Sorry, Logan.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Come on.
That would be cool. I'd say give him like 10 years though. Let him mature a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
I'd say, because what is he? Probably in his later 20s, early 30s.
He's
Yeah, give
early
him like 10
30s,
years.
like 33 maybe.
Yeah.
And
Let
he
him
was in
get out of
22
the
Jump
shadow a
Street,
little bit more.
remember?
Was he?
Yeah. He was
Oh.
the football kid, I think,
What?
in 22 Jump Street.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look at that.
He was good in Richard Linklater's film, the baseball movie. Everybody Wants Some. You ever see that one?
I never saw it.
No.
No, I didn't see that one, no.
Yeah. He was good there, and he had a really good in what's the Judd Apatow movie?
This is 40.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, he was good in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I didn't know that was his son. I thought that guy was a legitimate hockey player.
Yeah, me too.
In that movie,
I
yeah.
saw
He did it really
before I
good,
found
and-
out that was
yeah.
his son.
Yeah, he was really good, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know who this guy is," but he seemed like a good athlete. Like he had the body for it, and then
He has a
I
look.
found out,
Yeah.
he has the look.
Well, he was born in 86. So yeah, he's 35.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I saw him in This Is 40, but I didn't really know who he was until Overlord or Black Mirror, whichever one came out first.
Oh, Overlord, yeah. That movie's awesome.
To me,
Black
it's
Mirror.
underrated, yeah.
Oh,
Really
he was
under-
in the second Goon too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because he was an NHL pro hockey player, I thought, for a while.
You know, he was good in. There was a show. It was on AMC called Lodge 49.
That's
He was- He was
Yeah.
really good in that. It's like really weird, but like kind of stoner kind of thing, but it was really good. Like very weird, like talking about what is it, like kind of stuff about lodges and about all this history with science and alchemy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's
I wanted to watch that.
It's on Hulu. Like the first season I really like. Second season is still good, but it's like, oh, we got to go find some treasure to save the lodge, and it's just like Wyatt Russell. He's kind of just he's nothing like he is on this show on the Winter Soldier. It's just him like basically, oh, I'm gonna do everything I can to help the lodge because he doesn't have a job because he got injured, and there's like a whole thing. Like one season he got bit by a snake and like so he can't do anything, and then second season a shark ate his leg or something, and so the whole thing is like he literally can't do anything because every season something happens, and then the second season just kind of ends. And then it doesn't really resolve anything. Like it kind of closes some things, but I was like, no, I would have liked to see more because he was so fun on that show.
He had longer hair. Was he kind of
Yeah.
like lived in a van down by the river kind of guy?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, basically. And he was like, no, you got to be optimistic in life. You can't let anything get you down. And then the whole time he just has like a cane, and he's like just always walking around like his leg doesn't work the whole time. And he's like, and his sister's like, no, you gotta like be realistic because there's like a whole thing where the dad went missing, and no one knows what happened to the dad, and then it just presumed that he like went somewhere, and like I just like the whole vibe of that show. Like it's not plot heavy, but it's just like people just hanging around in LA. Like I think it was in like I want to say somewhere in like LA, somewhere around there. And stuff would just happen, and they would just be like, okay, well, we got to just get jobs sometimes, and but the whole thing was like, we have to find out what happens to the lodge. And one season, I remember the waitress from It's Always Sunny showed up, and she's like, oh, I gotta get with you guys. She pretended to be one person, and then she had to be another person, and then they meet up with Paul Giamatti, because Paul Giamatti produced it, and he plays like an author that shows up kind of sort of in the first season, and then the second season he's like, oh, you have to find out all this stuff that happened with the history of the lodges that happened since the 1800s in England, and it's all this like mythology that kind of started to build on, but it felt very like Big Lebowski.
That's what I was
kind of
gonna say. It
feel to
reminded
it.
me of Big Lebowski in the commercials.
Yeah, it has
So
that
that's-
feel
yeah.
to it. Yeah.
That's a
Just a-
movie you could have mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a perfect one to get high to. And there's no plot. I think that's important. No, anything where the plot moves really slow, I think is good. And
I-
you just can kind of relax.
I thought
But
of
I mean-
another person.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's smoking that blunt and he's like, shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that picture.
Let me tell you about my wife, Skeletor. You mean your wife?
I was thinking about when he was chilling with the animals during quarantine in the hot tub.
Oh yeah.
Getting high with like a llama or something.
Do you guys see this at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I saw
Remember
it.
when they did the fake sequel to Pineapple Express?
Oh yeah.
And the-
Oh, yeah.
and then who played Woody Harrelson in that? Like little
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
yes. Like, I gotta get the people the weed. It's the people's weed.
Good movie. I've been wanting to rewatch that. I haven't seen it since it came out.
Yeah, I want to watch all
revisit
those
that.
movies again. Like that whole
Yeah.
round of Apatow movies.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
weird? I have the movie on Blu-ray and it's just been sitting on the shelf for years. I haven't seen it since the theater, but that's like part of the joy of like physical media, you know, like you haven't watched it in years, but you pick it up, you blow the dust off of it, and then you watch it.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like most of those Apatow people, they'd be fun to smoke weed with. They just be
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
I don't know what Michael Cera's on in this in the end, but that's the guy I want to party with. He's drinking out of a juice box, looks down at a girl, pats her on the head. You're just like, I like Michael Cera right now.
You know, I guess talking about that could lead into Synchronic. We talked about that earlier. Did you guys watch that?
I
No.
did.
I know that's like a trilogy. Like that's part the directors. They made other movies like connected to that. I saw the first one
They
years
did?
ago. Yeah, it's called Resolution, and I think you have to watch. There's Resolution. There's The Endless, and they had that on there because they took it off. And then Synchronic. So it's like 3 movies together.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
now earlier, Kevin, I was telling you how the movie's very vanilla. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I was like watching it and I was like kind of falling asleep, and then it picked up, and then I kind of don't like the ending. To be honest, hold on, something popped up. Shut up. All right. So it's very bland in my opinion, but like,
Yes.
Mm.
okay, how can I put it? Whatever drug you're going to take, because it's a movie where you take the drug, you travel back in time. Nobody wants to go back to any time period, in my opinion, before 1969. So other than that, like, because no, I'm kidding. No, seriously, like there's a part where he takes the drugs, Anthony Mackie, and then he's like in the middle of like the Civil War, and I'm like,
What?
"You're screwed." Yeah.
That'd be horrible.
I guess.
Yeah, and
What a
depending where,
nightmare.
depending where he stands in his apartment, he goes back to a different place.
So it's a cool concept, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
executed really shittily.
Yeah.
It's not a word.
Mm,
Shittily.
I don't like that.
Oh man.
No, it's like seriously, it's like how we're sitting here right now. It's like we all just transferred to, I don't know, like the medieval times or something. Not the amusement park, but like the actual medieval times.
Like Army of Darkness.
Or that Martin Lawrence movie. Oh god.
Black Knight.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Black Knight, yeah.
What a classic.
He just screams the whole time, oh Lord, yeah. You know, yeah. That brings me to my next point. Bob, you might want to take off your Blockbuster card and dust it off, the Tyler Perry one. Did you hear the news about Medea?
Oh, the Medea Origins film, huh?
Yeah, and it's going to be a drama.
Oh God, of course it is.
God.
Oh, we're gonna. Oh. It's a Medea movie, so we're gonna be able to laugh, cry, and pray. There you go. Have at it.
I don't think I've seen any of the Medea movies.
Either.
I've seen
They're a
them.
movie.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen like one of them, you've basically seen them all. But like, they're just very like I don't like them because they're like very religious and like Medea's in them, but they're like super melodramatic and they're always like there's one where there's a bunch of crazy comedy and then there'll be a part about slaves. I'm like, this is not the time to be talking about slaves. I just watched an old man take a picture of his cousin's butt for some reason.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you got to learn about how hard it is being a single mom in this day. and
Yeah,
age.
exactly. Yeah.
So Logan, if I were you, it may not be for you, but you can check it out if you want to. Yeah, with the Tyler Perry movie, You're gonna get like the Eddie Murphy-isms where he's always changing outfits. You're gonna go to church and it's
Yep.
the same cliche.
It's the same stuff. The
Yeah, how
only
did you
one,
Jen?
like the only Medea one I kind of liked was that first Halloween one, because it's like at that point he was just like, I'm just gonna make the money and I'm not really gonna try that hard. I'm just gonna make exactly what you expect. And then it's not even really a Halloween movie, and they didn't even do like a proper Halloween thing. It's kind of like, oh no, it's not really that. And then it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
It
Like,
was
that's
less
the-
Halloween than a Roseanne episode. It was
Yeah.
good, at least.
Exactly.
I feel like Tyler Perry's the Jason Blum of black movies. Like that could honestly be his tagline.
Ooh,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
that'd be an interesting sell for him.
Yeah.
Jason Blum,
I'll give
the
him-
white Medea.
I'll give him props though. I like that he basically took the Confederate like base and he made his movie studio in there. That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him props with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
as a person, he seems decent. I wish he was a better filmmaker. Like the way he does stuff, just as somebody who likes movies, is offensive to me. Just for quality, the quality is offensive.
Quality is god awful, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how it's kind of with Adam Sandler and all his productions. He
No.
does it his way.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Like even like I feel like it's even lesser than, to me, it's lesser than Sandler. Like
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's possible, but he did it some. I think also he brags about, oh, I did it in 30, filmed this in 30 days. That's not a thing to brag about. You
And you
gotta
can
like
tell
take
he did.
time.
We can tell
Exactly.
it's been done in 30 days.
Looks like 30
It
minutes.
shows.
Exactly. You should have even take. No, you did it in a week.
No, but if you
Like,
guys ever
Sandler
watch,
has some real bangers. I've seen a lot of Tyler Perry's movies, and none of them I'm like, yo, this is the one.
Yeah, I
know.
wasn't. Yeah, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to compare him like that. Just that they.
No, but
they had their
now
own
it's got me
production.
going.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Sandler
Yeah.
did dress up as a woman too.
Hey guys, we got the number one CinePhellas fan here that wants to talk real quick.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Snoop Dogg's here.
Snoop's here live.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just talk to him.
Yes.
Hey.
Snoop,
Hey.
what up,
Hey.
Snoop?
So I was trying to be funny, and I had this like write-in that I was giving Logan, and for our 420 special, I thought Super Troopers. It's an oldie
Okay.
but a goodie.
Yes.
It's good.
Absolutely.
Schnozberries.
Yeah, and oh, how you doing down there?
Doing great.
Henry, sorry.
Henry's doing good.
Corrected.
How are you?
I'm good. This is weird. I'm gonna go.
Super Troopers, good call though.
Yeah, I forgot all about that one. Well, when
Yeah.
it comes to stoner films, like great films, yeah, like
Well, that's
anything
why we
Broken
forget
Lizard
about
put
them.
together.
Yeah.
Because we're stoned when we watch them, and then we forget how good they are.
Hallelujah.
So yeah, do you guys go over Half Baked?
No, we haven't gotten into those yet.
Oh man, I got a
We're
whole
talking.
list
We're
here.
talking about actors who want to smoke with pot companies.
Yeah, we can start now though. Keep
Yeah, let's
naming
start
some
now.
off.
Yeah. Start now.
Okay, so Super Troopers, Half Baked, Dazed and Confused, Friday. What's another one?
Fast
Oh,
Times
he
at
just covered
Ridgemont
up
High.
his.
Yeah, Fast Times. That's my favorite one.
I'm just reading off your background, Logan.
Harold and Kumar. What else is there?
Oh, Grandma's Boy.
I love
Yeah.
Grandma.
Grandma's Boy,
Yeah.
Up in Smoke.
Harold and Kumar.
Up in Smoke. That's
Up
a
in
good one.
smoke. Yep.
Molly Myers.
No, Half Baked. I remember going to see, and I was fully baked,
Angie boys in the studio.
and I fell off my chair during that movie just for the fight scene. Where like the girl's tip pops, I was like, "That is a titty," and like I wasn't expecting it, and I dropped. I was like, "What the hell?"
I just wanted to say, not to get crap on Tyler Perry too much. But like,
Yeah. No, we can keep going. This is today's the roast of Tyler Perry.
if you guys want a bad movie, watch one of his dramas and look at
Oh,
the
yeah.
people in the background. I'm not kidding. There's a restaurant scene. I don't remember the movie, but there's a guy, an old white guy, just sitting there, and he's pretending to eat, but there's nothing on the plate.
Oh, I remember this.
You got to realize, though, Niall, I think there's one thing that we need to take from there is that Tyler Perry knows that it's the white Matrix. We're all broken in the background, and he is Morpheus. You don't understand this, but they based Morpheus on Tyler Perry.
And like my family, they like all his movies. And
Yeah, my mom's the same. She's like, oh, he makes very realistic movies, and I'm like, okay.
I like them too, but for different reasons. Some of his movies are actually good.
The dramas are the most fun to watch because they're like, oh, this, like they're just trash because they're like, okay, let's see how far it goes, and then you're like, okay, let me just watch this regular drama about something, and then next thing, oh, someone's gonna get murdered on a boat, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? This we didn't start here. You're on page 1. You're supposed to start on here, and then you're supposed to keep a consistent thing. No, Tyler, he's just like, let me see what crazy thing I can do to get everybody to keep watching.
And then
yeah.
In the background too, like I'm not even kidding. The guy he goes like this. He's drinking air.
I remember that.
And I remember thinking he's the best actor in the world because that drink of air must be the best drink ever because he was like
He's like,
and like his dramas, like, and then I'll move on from Tyler Perry. Sorry, Tyler, but like, it's almost like he has a split personality. Like he can't decide on certain things, and it's like in one of his movies, I forget the name of it, but the guy, he was everything. Like he was just the ultimate villain. He was like Black Thanos, but he was like, he had AIDS. He was a drug dealer. What else? Like everything that could be wrong with someone, he gave.
Was this Temptation? This sounds like Temptation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but my mom watches that one a lot when it's on TV.
And then he purposely gave his AIDS to the woman, like, haha.
Yeah.
Surprise.
That's crazy.
Fall from Grace. Fall from Grace.
Oh, okay.
And that apparently is the scene where, yes, there is a man eating nothing.
It's
I
hilarious.
always thought the title for the one with Taraji B. Henson.
Oh,
Acrimony?
Do Bad by Myself.
I could do Bad
I like that
by
title.
myself.
I never watched the movie. I just like the title of that movie.
And I know it's wrong.
Yeah.
He got some really good actors, and Idris Alba's in one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I should have named off more, but I'm sorry. You got Luther in a movie. You got Luther in a Tyler Perry movie. You win.
Yeah. You forgot Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh yeah.
And there was this one movie, Four Colored Girls, and then I swear I'll move on from Tyler Perry. But I'm not even kidding. Michael Ealy has like his girls like on top of a roof, and he's almost like he choke slams the girls off the roof or something.
I never saw that one, but I heard about that scene.
Yeah.
Wait, he choke slams a. I'm gonna have to start watching. I did not know that they were taking domestic abuse to this level.
No, like no, he has the girls by their throats, and he's like, "Are you gonna marry me? Are you gonna marry me?" And he throws them down. And I was like,
wait, he asked 2 women to marry him, and then whoever said yes wasn't getting thrown off the roof. I need this movie now.
There's a podcast. I kind of want to listen to it. It's Lauren Lapkus and Nicole Byer. I heard one.
Oh yeah, I heard about this podcast.
Yeah, they had Star Wars and Lord of the Rings in this season. They're doing all the Tyler Perry movies. And I kind of want to see how that goes. Because you have to eventually go insane from doing it. Because those movies, it's like, if you start thinking, like those movies, like, it's like you can't think too logically. If you watch too many of them, you're like, okay, you have to start putting your hands up. Because you're like, I don't know what to do. It's crazy. And those movies are just a lot.
Her accent is of no origin, and it sounds like she might have had a stroke. I don't know what happened to this poor woman.
Yeah.
Like if we could get Tyler Perry to play him, himself, Medea, then you get Martin Lawrence to play him and Big Mama, Adam Sandler to play Jack and Jill. I think we have ourselves a good Ocean's 11 tandem thing right there.
The Ocean's 11 trash movies.
Exactly. It's all just horrible actors that play 2 roles. It's just Jaleel White as Steve Urkel and Stefan. That works too.
It's like the Expendables of terrible movies.
I would fund that movie.
And did you guys obviously hear about DMX? Because Kevin, you shared your album of DMX.
Yeah, I've been listening to I've been going back in the albums this week. It's awesome. There's no one like him now. He's so angry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He was a minister too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there was this I can't remember the guy's name, but he used to do programs for Vice, and he was talking with this white nationalist family, just total like she had like 3 teeth in her head and all that, and we don't like these people. And yet the guy was like, well, I don't hate all black people, you know, DMX. And I was watching and going, oh, okay, where's this going? Like, that's not the moderation. He's like, DMX does sermons and he brings tears in my eyes. I was like, I want to go to the Church of DMX because like I need the one where my pastor pretends he's a cop and not that he's a huge fucking rapper. No. I'm going to pretend to be a cop. No one looks like DMX. I thought that was DMX. You see someone that looks like DMX? It was DMX.
I feel
I
like
want to finish his sermons. Apparently, he was a preacher.
I feel like between DMX and Little John, they must have grew up in a house together with a lot of deaf people.
Yeah.
From all the barking and yelling, yeah.
What if poor DMX just had Tourette's this whole time? Bark was a tick, and he just made money off of it. Everyone's like, "Hey, DMX, and he's like, oh, "Stop!" You know, he's crying on the inside.
They're all just having dinner together, and he's like, "Can you please pass the sugar?" What? Yeah. I said, X gonna give it to you, pass the sugar, or whatever. Did you guys check out the F9 trailer?
I haven't.
No?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's crazy. Like they started out as thieves and just street racers, and now they're international spies, I guess.
They go to space.
Yeah.
Superheroes.
They're going to space.
Honestly, I haven't seen any of them past 3. I just don't give a shit about it.
Number
they
5
get
wasn't
crazy.
bad.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the movies, but it's okay.
No, I just want to see how stupid it gets. That's the only reason I'm of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just I listen to like a few podcasts. So I feel like I appreciate it whenever they start talking. Oh, the F9 trailer came out. We got to see what's gonna happen now, and it's always fun like to see the reaction. I feel like in a way I get more appreciation of the movies when I hear other people describe them and talk about them. And like I sometimes just watch them and I'm like, okay, it's insane. Like now they're gonna go to space. Like
I mean, it's the only logical step.
Now,
yeah.
don't they want to go to? Don't they want to like do a crossover at Jurassic Park also?
I read
I
something
saw
like
that.
that
I
the
was
other
like,
day.
"Make it
Yeah,
happen."
I mean,
Prehistoric drift.
I will.
I mean, they're
I will
both
watch
Universal.
the hell out of that.
Well, I have an idea. When they're in space, they're driving on the moon or whatever. The car turns into a transformer. Then they go back to Earth. The Earth has been taken over by dinosaurs. There's the story right there.
I mean, there's $1 billion plus.
Yeah, Michael Bay's wetting his dreams right now.
Yeah.
Not even his pants. He's wetting our dreams.
Okay, Michael Bay. Let's add another level. The sequel to that, The Bad Boys come in. We got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
yeah.
Boom.
We'll have Vin Diesel mumbling like usual.
It's like
You have to have him say family.
Yeah, I was gonna say he walks around. He's just like, "Oh, family."
It's about family. One more time.
It's always one more time.
You even say one more fucking
Part
time.
11's coming out.
You've been saying one more time for 20 fucking years. Come on.
No, but this is the last. This is the true last time.
But
This is the final time trilogy.
Paul Walker's ghost told Vin to cast John Cena.
Jeez.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
That's literally what he said.
He's still alive. Not obviously not Paul Walker, but the character is still alive. They said, and they want to bring him back. I'm like, don't do that, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like,
I know he has a brother. I want to say a brother that
he's
looks
got a brother
pretty
but looks
similar.
kind of like him.
That's not going to work. They're gonna if they try to do the computer generated face, that's not going to work either. It's going to look weird.
No, like Captain America has the shield. Vin Diesel has the same tank top.
Yep.
No, really, it could be like the Avengers. They could even bring back Idris Elba if you all need a black Superman here or whatever.
I should not have enjoyed Hobbs and Shaw as much as I do. I watch it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good.
It's a megalodon.
It's a megalodon. It's a fucking megalodon.
What's weird? like Vin Diesel and John Cena are supposed to be brothers, but they don't look anything alike. At least to me.
Wait, they're supposed to be brothers in this?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the trailer. Somehow
Yeah,
it's-
probably.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
everyone is
it
Vin
has to be
Diesel's
half
family.
brothers or blood
Yeah,
brothers.
probably.
'cause Other
Yeah,
than
probably
that,
that's what my mom would call. Probably John Cena's the milkman's baby or something. That's what's going on. That's yeah. They said that's gonna.
Man,
be
that
the
milkman was
definitely-
huge.
Yep.
a lot of milk.
Putting hormones in the milk.
Either that or his mom had a lot of milk. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And not to like talk too badly about Vin Diesel. My God, between Tyler Perry and Vin Diesel, I'm just going in today. But
Yeah.
like,
This is a real weird angle for you now. Just going in, going, you know who the bastards I hate in Hollywood this week are? Vin Diesel, Tyler Perry. Like, oh yeah, it's totally logical.
in the trailer, John Cena says, I spent my whole life trying to be smarter than you, Dom, Vin Diesel. And I'm like, how hard is that? Did you make it to the fourth grade?
I finally did it. I tied both sets of shoes.
One more
Damn, you
time.
must be dumb.
And in the trailer, they literally catch a car. Like someone throws a car at him and they catch it. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot
Wait,
about
wait.
that part. Yeah, that part was crazy.
The movies are they're so ridiculous. I just can't.
And that's
I can't get into it.
And
Would you say they're
probably watch it.
ludicrous?
They're ludicrous.
and then like, Logan, I'll let you watch the trailer, which I know you won't do because you don't like it. But
Nope.
the theme of the movie seems there's a big magnet, and the magnet, and this is their science behind the movie. The magnet is only attracted to big cars. That's how, like,
wait, is that how they're stealing cars?
Only big engines. Only 500 horsepower plus.
right.
One more time.
Meanwhile,
They're all
the-
car guys and they're all like have clean shirts, no like oil on their hands.
It's so not believable.
They never need a car wash. There's never bird shit on their cars.
I have a second job at Jiffy
Go
Lube.
I mean, do we remember the original movie? They were stealing
DVD
TVs
players.
with VCRs in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first movie was fucking awesome.
They're on the fucking moon now.
You know why, Bob? That's why the movies have been successful for so long, because they keep changing it every time. It's never been the same thing. Because how
I
many
feel-
times can you race cars, honestly?
I feel like a bunch of writers get locked in a room. They all do a bump of coke, and they're like, "Okay, and what else?" And it's like improv writing. Like you can't say no.
Right.
It's like it's
At
like
this
an
point.
yeah, it's like a sketch on SNL at this point.
It just keeps spiraling. They're like, "Let's bring back Michelle Rodriguez. We said she's dead. Well, she's not. You know, all right."
Con.
And the next
Can we somehow get a building into the car, into the other building? We're gonna make it work.
It's like Woody Harrelson is writing all the movies then. And not to get, just going back to the magnet. So it's like how, like Logan, you're wearing glasses, or if we have our phones in our pockets, we would go to the magnet. It would not just be the cars. So
right.
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
why-
But let's not forget the poor people with pacemakers just dropping dead.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's not disrespect science by talking about that and Fast and Furious together. Let's throw all logic in the wayside.
I want Jesse Pinkman to be in it so that he can say magnets, bitch.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
That in.
They
Yeah.
can do the Need for Speed crossover with
Yeah,
Fast and
that's it.
Furious.
Mhm.
That was a decent movie. Need for Speed. I liked it.
I didn't
was
watch.
decent,
I didn't
yeah.
watch
I
it.
didn't see it either.
I love the game.
It was more believable
Michael Keaton was in it.
for a car movie.
Michael Keaton was in that movie.
Yeah.
Michael
Yes,
Keaton was
he
in
was.
Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
How- Why was he in that? Like, why would that happen?
I don't know. He got the job, I guess.
I rewatched Godzilla versus Kong. Kevin, you weren't here for that one. You said you didn't like the movie, right? Or did you
Oh,
mention it?
so that movie's dog shit.
Let's hear it.
Why?
Let's hear
Yeah.
it. I want to
Yeah,
hear
let's-
everything
let's-
about it.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
were
The
here for
review.
that one. Yeah.
Look, if you like, I'm still writing the review. You know, I apologize. I've been just dealing with IEP updates for my students only. But if you want fighting, like I saw it on IMAX. I actually went to the theater and saw it, and it was awesome. Like the fighting was awesome, but everything else, like everyone was terrible in that movie.
Yeah,
What's the black guy's name?
Brian
Paperboy.
Tyree Henry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paperboy from Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was terrible. 11 was stupid. Let's
The
see. They
Deadpool
walked
2
right
boy?
into a facility, no guards. She correctly guesses the passcode to lock the door, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how is there sun in the middle of the earth when Kong goes into the middle of the earth? There's sunlight.
Kevin, I know you're the teacher, but you got to tell me how there isn't sun in the middle of the earth. I'm just
Do you know this? Do you know this for a
The
fact?
Earth is flat.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but when the sun's not here anymore, where does it go, Kevin? It goes into Middle Earth.
So Kevin, you said you didn't like Paperboy, the black podcaster who cracks bad jokes.
Yeah, no, he was, and I like Paperboy. I like that guy. The guy's a good actor, but he was just that. There was no script in that movie. The script was terrible in that movie.
Yeah. So in other words, you don't like me then. No, I'm just kidding.
And like this, they just basically, instead of, I know they're trying to establish like a plot, but they overdid it, like trying to explain everything. It went so far and so deep. I'm like, what is going on?
That's the problem. You're asking questions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I gotta be like, I don't know if you guys heard the story with Michael Bay and Ben Affleck, when Ben Affleck was saying on the set of
Oh yeah,
He's
about
like-
they send.
like, oh, why
did
would they send oil drillers
drillers?
up to the moon? And
Yeah.
they just looked at him. He's like, shut the fuck up.
How dare you ask questions?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I need Michael Bay to tell me to shut the fuck up.
Does Michael Bay have a hand in the Fast and Furious movies?
No, I wish he did.
I feel like that's the next venture where it's Fast and the Furious. ... Shut the fuck up.
So Kevin, does Kong versus Godzilla, does that have you worried? The director Adam Wingard, because he's doing the Face Off sequel.
No, because that's a movie that's directed by studio.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like, he was just brought on. He's like, hey, just do this, follow this blueprint. Don't ask too many questions. Just make the monkey fight the giant lizard and make it fun. We don't care what you do with the other part of the movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
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 I think it was a big paycheck for him, but not really.
Yeah, it's great for him. Yeah, and was it the guy who directed the second one? He's doing Metal Gear Solid, I think.
Oh, I'm into that. Okay.
Michael
No,
Dougherty.
the guy who did Kong Skull Island is doing Metal Gear.
Oh.
Michael Dougherty.
Yeah, and
Isn't
I
it?
actually I liked Kong Skull Island the best because like
Yeah.
those
that's
like good
good.
characters.
Oh, Jordan Roberts, I think.
Yeah, Jordan Roberts. Yeah, like that movie had good characters, and like John C. Reilly was great. The script was great. The action was great.
I did like that one the best.
that's my
Probably
favorite
the
one out of
story wise.
All these new things. And so one of my students is a huge Godzilla fan, and he said that he should fight. I think Bellolante. I think it's called. It's like a pollution monster. I'm not really too familiar with Godzilla lore.
I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't
Me
either.
neither. Yeah.
You know who
Like,
Godzilla should fight in the next one? The Fast and Furious crew.
Yeah, but they have to fight in the center of the earth because gravity makes no sense there either. So they're driving here.
They had those cars that Oh, but by the way, Alexander Skarsgård as like a dorky scientist, like with ripped abs.
Alexander
Easy ass
Skarsgård
paycheck
being-
for all those people.
Oh yeah,
Well, I was thinking like the fact that he looked what do you want to say, like vulnerable at all was surprising. Because he's even in the remake of Straw Dogs, he was this untouchable, like just it was interesting to see them go, no, we're gonna make him a nerd. All right.
And he kind of did okay with it, like the mannerisms, but like it's just you're Alexander Skarsgård. You get any girl you want.
Yeah.
And by the way, the ending fight when they're fighting in the city, like mass amounts of death.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that last
We're-
time too.
And they're putting their faces through like the buildings. I'm like, there are people in there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Not one
And then
cop
thousands
inside.
and
Or
thousands of people.
no
Yeah,
firefighters, no cops in there to be seen.
Yeah.
people getting squished like ants. Yeah,
Yeah. But as I said in the beginning, like if you want, like, I had great time seeing them fight. It was great seeing them fight, but
Yeah.
everything else was awful.
I think
Kyla
that's the only
Chandler
part of
just,
the
like,
movie
had no
was going
role
to
in that.
be.
What's up?
Yeah.
I think that was the only thing they were going for. I don't think anyone was going to be like, they're like, everyone wants to see King Kong Godzilla, and at least it's not going to be the guy in the monkey suit again. Here, let's do this. You know, I think it was pushed.
Well,
Yeah.
like Kevin, I don't dislike it as much as you, but I think there weren't that many fights, to be honest.
Hell, it was like 2 hours. Yeah, probably like, what was like 20 minutes of fighting, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that. The rest was, oh no, what happens if?
Yeah, the water fight, the first fight was the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Except for like
I love that one.
Godzilla or King Kong took the water like no other. He was like, I'm flipping the boat back over. I'm gonna get this hopscotching across it. That being said, I'd go see a second one of these. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, I'll go see. I'll get to see new. Like, you know, that's just me being.
If they continue on, who do you guys see? Where do you guys see it going? Who could they come in? I think last time we mentioned Pacific Rim, obviously in the
Pacific Rim would be
kaiju.
cool.
Well, I think I have a person who could come in. What about Jake Paul?
Oh god.
Yeah, he'd knock him out.
Oh, what a pussy.
3 minutes. 3 minutes, and a fighter goes down in a TKO. Like, it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
I mean, Ben Askren, he's never had we knew it wasn't going to work to begin with. He always looks terrible standing up, had no hands. Let's see Jake Paul against somebody that can actually box.
Jake Paul thought he'd be funny and called out Nate Diaz. I was like, go ahead, call Nate Diaz out. I will pay. I'll fly out there to watch that fight.
He might not knock him out, but his face will look like a balloon by the end of the fight for sure. He'll piece him up so bad.
Ben Askren was never known for a stand-up game. Hell, I would pay to watch Jake Paul take on Holly Holm.
Yeah. Oh,
Holly
dude, Holly
Holm
Holm's
beat
a
the crap
professional
out of him.
boxer. Yeah.
That's what I
She
mean.
would piece that guy out so bad. Something else that just popped in my head for Godzilla and Kong. It would be kind of cool to maybe, I don't know, I was thinking of the Predator, but kind of how they have that group of mercenaries that have to go after them. Maybe have a movie like that where they have to catch, maybe King or, Kong or Godzilla. They somehow have to hunt them down using, they obviously have all the military weapons they need, but like somehow maybe try to stop Kong. Maybe like imagine like an 80s Arnold and Predator kind of going after him.
Right.
Kind of
They go into the jungle.
at Skull Island or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I go to Skull
I guess they
Island.
kind of did that in Skull Island, but
I
even
was gonna say
cooler.
it's kind but then again, when the first wave was John C. Riley was your survivor.
Yeah, right.
Anything's
It's
a
little
step
bit,
up. Anything's a step
Right.
up.
If the
When
monkey
Tom
king
Hiddleston's
can
your,
king it, why
I
not
mean,
the
you put the
Predator?
Expendables. The Expendables
Yeah,
were after Godzilla.
Right. There you go. Exactly. That's what I
I
was
need
thinking.
Terry
I just
Crews
didn't-
holding a gun that by no means should any human be able to carry. And he needs to tell some
and
horrible
flexing his
joke
titties while
about
doing it. Yeah, and his titties are flexing.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Terry Crews versus Hulk and Kong. I'd watch that. I'd bet on Terry Crews too.
Quick, how do you guys feel about Space Jam taking Pepe Le Pew out, but yet having a Clockwork Orange guys in there?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand how they were going to say, oh, Pepe Le Pew's a little iffy, but they told Yosemite Sam to shoot the ball. Motherfucker pulled out two shooters.
That's what I was thinking watching the trailer. Like, really? Somehow this is okay.
There's Pennywise in it that kills children.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jeez.
Seriously? That's how I feel.
That's so 1999. Murder.
Wait, I didn't realize Pennywise was on the team. I might give LeBron a little more creative
Right.
stuff on this now.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him dunking on Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think Kevin
yeah,
shared those early pictures, and I think Hagrid was one of those.
So it's Last Action Hero, but with basketball.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Well, with a little bit of Ready Player One dropped in with
Yeah.
the hordes of every other thing in the proper like IPs in there.
And I feel like it's going to be like a big commercial for HBO Max, like, oh, Clockwork Orange, Harley Quinn. These are all things you can watch on our service.
Yeah. It
And-
does feel like a
And
big
HBO
commercial.
Max is going to be the first and only time I probably watch that movie. Is that first time I watch it streaming? Go,
Yeah.
all right. I do like the fact that they based these players like this new like Goon Squad or whatever on like actual players right now.
I'm
It's not like
I'll give it a shot, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
not going to be like the original.
Yeah,
And I
they
mean-
couldn't be like the original, honestly, even if it wanted to be.
And let's be honest, the original wasn't a phenomenal piece of cinematic
No.
history either. It was just we loved Mike.
It just, yeah, we
it
love
was-
Michael Jordan. It captured that time.
Mhm.
Exactly what I was going to say. Capture the early 90s perfectly.
But you know what's interesting? Because with Space Jam 2, it's like, oh, it's like a big commercial. But so was the original Space Jam too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Nike.
Yep.
Yeah. Jordan,
This-
the Looney Tunes, they were popular at the time with like the jackets and when they had
Yep.
Bugs Bunny looking like a street thug. Yeah.
Oh, that not only that, but look at all the partnerships it had. It had McDonald's where it had the cups, and McDonald's for the longest time, like they put a plastic cup out, everybody's getting them. The '92 Dream Team did it, where everyone wanted every cup of the starters, and I know I was guilty of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys know who's
Love that
voicing
stuff.
Lola, right?
Huh?
You know who's voicing
Zenadiah, right?
Zendaya, yeah.
I was a little worried when people got mad that they took the bunny's boobs out or something like that. People were like, "Can you believe that?" I was like, "Who was looking for what?"
Yeah. Henry was really upset about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
me
were
and
the one I
Nick
found online doing that. Oh, okay, good.
It's like,
I was waiting for that movie.
how dare they do that?
God, I'm offended.
But yet Mrs.
Why?
Incredible can have her ass. How dare they?
That's not only that. Yeah, that's like a thick ass. Like, I mean, Disney knows what they're doing.
No ushers in the club giving Miss Incredible those dollars.
The only difference is she can reach to his house and knock him out when she realizes it's his face on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna watch the Looney Tunes. Like, I'll watch Space Jam, but like, my kids could give a shit about who.
There it is.
See, my kids could give a shit about who LeBron James is.
Entertainment
You
Weekly.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think LeBron James is near the height of what MJ was, and I don't mean in comparisons. I mean in the entertainment value.
Yeah.
Like everyone, even people. I mean the Knicks, even Knicks players, they hated Jordan. They hated the Bulls, just like the Bulls fans. We hated Detroit. Like it was a big thing. Everyone still was like, "Oh, it's Michael Jordan." With LeBron's gathered so much hate, and it was just. I'll admit it. Jordan was a real big. He was a big puss on court, and like LeBron is 10 times more. So it's just like, oh,
Yeah, he was.
bum. Is that because the boobs were being taken out of Lola? Someone it got serious for Henry. Law and Order showed up at Henry's house. Chris Hansen's gonna pop in. It was an underage rabbit too.
Take a seat.
You
Have
know,
a seat. Let's talk rabbits.
are you Bunny Humper 15? Well, what else is coming out? I mean, Mortal Kombat comes out Friday.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
And
My
then,
tickets.
huh? Well,
Oh, nice. You're going to
Yeah,
theater.
I'm going to see that in like a really
IMAX or regular?
no RPX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear what you think. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I'm probably going to catch it at home.
I tried to get us a press screener for it. We could watch it on our computer, but I never heard back.
Oh,
I was trying though. Warner Brothers.
The soundtrack.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the song, the main theme song. It's badass.
Yeah. I do too. Yeah, it's pretty good. Techno.
I'm kind of bummed they pushed it back a week because I was free this weekend, had more time to watch it. But now it's
Yeah, I
next
saw
week.
your text thinking it
why
was
did
Friday.
they decide to push it
Yeah.
back? Was
Yeah, I don't know. I never saw anything about that. So I don't know why a week made a difference.
Wall Street, I guess, Bob.
yeah.
They wanted to clear the schedule.
So the soundtrack has 5 tracks.
Damn, that's
It's gonna
it.
have that techno sound to it.
Yeah,
gonna be the
Techno
same.
Soundrome is the first one, and
Mortal Kombat, get over here.
Um,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I hope the fights look awesome.
You're supposed, yeah, like because it's
Oh.
out people in Europe have seen it, and they said like not it's only violent. It's really violent, but the fights are pretty good. They said.
Oh, good.
I hit the wrong button. It's not 8 songs. It's 24 songs. And they're all named after fighters or the fights themselves.
But
So
I just think it's going to
no
be
love
more
ballads
fun.
on this one.
Would you say, Niall?
I think it's going to be like I'm going to really like the fighting, but the story, it's like the games,
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like it could
probably
surprise
not
you.
gonna be about the story.
Like the original one, the story was
so.
like all of it was hot garbage in retrospect, but when it came out, man, that was huge. So I think this could actually be pretty good. I mean, what was it? The one they did on the internet, Mortal Kombat Affliction or something like that.
The one with Michael J. White.
Yeah. That was really good. I mean, and that was not to say that the writers would take anything from that, but if they can make a halfway decent film out of it, I think this could be a long-standing franchise. Well, 3 movies maybe, but
no, they can pull if they based upon the lore of the games, they can go a long time with it. There's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan.
it'd be interesting.
I have 11, Kevin, but I still haven't played it enough to even try to face you. I know I'll get my ass kicked. I'm still trying to learn. It's a lot of combinations and buttons.
Who do you play with?
And I just play single player right now. When I haven't played a lot.
Do you have any,
PS5.
I mean, specific character you play with, like your.
Honestly, the ones I've used most so far are the ones that were added, like Terminator, RoboCop. I've used those.
RoboCop's amazing.
Yeah, his is cool. Yeah,
yeah,
his is badass. I like his finisher. I like the one where the other big robot comes in behind him and blasts the dude. And Ed. Yeah, there's some gnarly fatalities on there, man. And even the like finish, or not even fatality, but like the special moves are pretty brutal too. Like just how they slow motion show everything.
My friends they should be dead. Why are they getting up?
Yeah. Even the special moves look like they definitely are dead. But
do you think we're getting a friendship in the movie?
I'm hoping so. Yeah, I hope they throw in some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
or maybe they'll wait for the sequel.
Friendship to happen.
Friendship.
I just put Cage in it. They're saving Cage for the sequel. Johnny Cage.
Okay.
He's not in it.
Didn't you say
it's interesting too, because he was one of the core.
Yeah, he's one of the original. Yeah.
Bob, didn't you say the Miz was playing Johnny Cage?
And a lot of people were petitioning for him too. Like they were suggesting him, and like
I could see that he has a look for sure. Put on some sunglasses.
And he's got the pompous attitude. And actually, I mean, with wrestling stuff, like the fight choreography would be easy for him. But I mean, people want him to. They're like, "Oh, it'd be great," because they haven't really gone with like major named actors, at least from what I've seen. Like they might be known for this movie or that, but like there were a couple in the original that those were big. I mean, Christopher Lambert, like that was a huge one. Brigitte Sampras.
Vaughn.
Huh?
I said Veronica Vaughn. From,
Veronica Vaughn.
Not Brigitte Nielsen.
So I mean, they really went with some big names. I don't know.
I like Lambert as
Raiden. Me too.
Yeah.
He made the movies.
Yeah, you can change the skin on Raiden in Mortal Kombat 11 to make it look like Christopher Lambert.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
They just put out that Ultimate Edition. I think that'll be the one I get.
Yeah,
it's got the two different
one
story
I got.
modes.
It has everybody.
And Jokers in it and stuff.
Should I do the story mode? Like, is it worth playing? I think I started it. It's like, but do you just go into a match, like just pick different people and kind of do it like that? Or what do you do?
Story mode?
Online? Just like in general, when you're playing, what do you do?
I go online. And like what you do is like you can either just do a regular match, or they have every month they release like a theme, and you have to you basically get experience, and wherever you are at the end of the month you get like rewards like skins or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you get rewarded. That's pretty cool.
Is that how you like vent off after all the kids in school and stuff? You're like, and now I'm taking people's spleens out.
One of the kids has a Switch and he has Mortal Kombat and he's like, oh, like I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm like, and I played stupid. I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a while. I'm like, okay, so if I beat your ass, you gotta write the essay that is due tomorrow. Because he never does his work. So he's like, yeah, fine.
He's thinking, oh man, I'm gonna piece this guy up.
I beat his ass so badly.
Awesome.
And I did the thing for Grandma's Boy. I'm like, oh wait, for flawless victory, what does that mean?
Did I break it?
Has he seen Grandma's Boy? Or is
No,
I
think he was born when that movie came out.
Okay.
Wow.
I love that. I wish they'd give that movie a Blu-ray release already.
I know.
Yeah.
Think
Why
about this.
isn't it out?
The senior class I have, they are born in 2003.
Yep, don't like that at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. And the freshman class are born in 2006.
Holy shit. Holy
It was like
shit.
last year. Seems so not very far ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Insane.
No one mentioned
It'll make you
Tenacious
feel
D.
old. Tenacious D in the Pick of Destiny. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good one. Do you listen to their music too at all?
A little bit, yeah. I remember they had a show
Yes.
years ago.
Oh, on HBO. Yeah.
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 Dude, Calgas did he did a graphic novel to accompany the Apocalypto CD, their newest album. He did like a whole thing of like, he did the art and everything, and it looks like a 5-year-old did it, but it's funny. It's sad. You know what? I love Jack Black in almost everything he's done, but I really, really like, I wish he was in more things. Like the Jumanji movies kill it. Like I love the Jumanji movies.
Yeah.
But like I wish he was in, well, maybe not in too much, because when they were putting him in everything was like Gulliver's Travels, which was really bad.
Hmm.
I liked Shallow Hell though. So
Child's great.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a movie that couldn't be made today. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
especially with poor Jason Alexander having part of a tail, that just bothered me. A lot of those Fairley Brother movies couldn't be done today.
It was a great sketch on SNL with Carey Mulligan where it was like a Star Trek type episode thing, and they were basically trying to avoid like a black hole. And Carey Mulligan and one of the male cast members, they're like whiny little new recruits, and the captain who's supposed to be like Picard says like, "Shut up and sit down," and like Carey Mulligan goes out. He's like, "Oh my God, you offended her sensibility. She's a strong woman." It just rips on this generation so hard. Great.
Oh, I saw you guys put overrated directors. Can we say Michael Bay right off there? Or is that
Yes.
just-
That was,
Okay.
that was the only one on my list. Michael Bay. Only one. I can't say it. Can't name one movie I like.
Yeah, I got Michael Bay too. So
Can
That's all
I
I
say
got.
one that might piss people off? Zack Snyder.
I'm the same. I picked the same.
Yeah.
I
I
think
like
he's
Zack
very,
Snyder, but
yeah, he has some stuff. Dawn of the
Yeah.
Dead, I like.
Yeah.
Most
Dawn of the
others-
Dead is fantastic, and
Yeah,
his new
I love
one
that
looks great.
Yeah,
Army of the Dead.
I hope that's awesome. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
the Dead.
zombie cheetah. We're getting a fucking
Yeah.
zombie cheetah.
Yeah.
that's
And wait,
why. Okay, sorry.
Oh, has anyone seen the show Z Nation?
Yeah.
No,
I've
I
seen
know about it. but
You get a
I've seen
zombie
it.
baby in the first episode. I was waiting for Walking Dead to do that for like 8 seasons. I didn't get shit.
it.
I'm just saying, watch Z Nation. It's really good.
It's way better.
and then let's see, for overrated directors, I can't think of any.
Tim Burton.
I like Zack Snyder though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like some of the Zack Snyder stuff, but like
Pieces.
you know,
Yeah.
pieces of them are okay. But
He
like,
chooses
I-
style over substance.
yeah, I think that's my problem with him. Like,
I
he
do
seems
not-
like, yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I mean, he's very genuine. I can't connect with like most of his movies.
I don't even see a hamburger bun in slow motion.
I don't. Yeah.
Which one did you say, Kev?
Sucker Punch.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I never saw it.
Terrible.
Yeah,
I never-
God
I never
awful.
saw it. I never saw it.
It was a
God
movie.
awful. It was god awful. One of the few movies that I've actually wanted to walk out of at the
Wow.
theater. It was that bad.
It came out when I was at Blockbuster and we watched it and we stopped it. We're just like, oh God, no. We were doing inventory and we were waiting for the system to shut down, and usually it took about 45 minutes. We were watching it. I was like, this is shit. It's like, is it just me or is this just complete garbage? And they're like, oh, it's a woman empowerment. No, it's not. She's a stripper. Like now she's like, I don't like any of that.
And Oscar Isaac and not Gina Carano, Carla Gugino, they were all in it. And like, what are y'all doing in here?
But this one's going to sound bad, but can we say Clint Eastwood's an overrated director? I'm sorry, he might be good, but not everything has to be made in that style. It's just, how can I put it? American Sniper.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you have to put a real baby in his arms, but don't put a fake one and make him bounce it. He moved his arm. Just, it was like him. Tim Burton's another overrated, and I like some Tim Burton movies, but it's just,
I haven't liked any in about 15 years.
No, I think the last Tim Burton movie that I really, really liked was Mars Attacks. And then after that, I'm just like, you're just doing the same thing again and again.
my big
again.
one was Big Fish. That was
Big
my
Fish?
favorite.
That
Yeah,
was
that
like,
That's the
good.
last one I
I
liked.
forgot about that one. It's good.
yeah, that was probably his last one. It was what, 2006 maybe. Big Fish came out.
Apparently, when the freshmen were born, it's really making me feel gross.
That was great, yeah.
Right.
But no, like Tim Burton, he was good, and now he's just doing everything to get his friends' paychecks.
He's lazy. Doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
He's doing a Netflix thing. He's doing
Wednesday,
Wednesday
yeah.
Addams. Yeah.
which is right up his wheelhouse. Like he's not being, I think he's phoning it in, which is why I don't think it will be good. But I could be wrong, and he could totally come out and swing for something else.
I think he's gonna do it like a teenage Ratchet. You see Ratchet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a teen Hot Topic version of Ratchet.
I still haven't watched Ratchet just because my favorite part of One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest was the fact that she had no backstory. She was just,
It's all right.
It's okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
it's Sarah Paulson. And I like her, but we don't need that much Sarah Paulson in this world.
Yeah, she's kind of typecast in the same role.
Like,
I
she's
actually
gonna
like the
cry
show, though.
at least twice. She's gonna scream a lot. That's Sarah Paulson roles.
Yeah, I like the show, honestly. So.
Well, it's like American Horror Story Nurse Ratched. You know, like that's kind of what it looked like to me through the previews. And I was like, that looks great, but
And that's a show that's coming back, Horror Story. But I think they're doing American Horror Stories.
yeah, it's gonna be each. Yeah, and
Well, it's like
each
Tales from
episode's
the
gonna
Crypt.
be a different story,
So it's like
which
Tales
is
from the
fine because some of those seasons were great and some of those seasons were just awful.
Which one did you like?
The first season is by far the best.
I like the second one best.
Well, the second one was Covenant.
Asylum.
Asylum was good.
Yeah.
Um,
Coven's the first one I came into. I didn't watch the show from the beginning. I came in Coven.
I feel like Coven is underrated, but I watched every season from the very beginning.
Freak Show was good. I didn't mind
Yeah,
that one.
I like Free Show.
I didn't finish it.
I
didn't
couldn't
finish
watch
Freak
Hotel
Show.
at all.
Yeah, I
You like
tried.
Hotel.
I tried to watch the hotel one twice, and I keep not. Like, I don't know why. It's not. I didn't hate it. I just, for some reason, there's something in my brain that just after a few episodes, I just stop and watch something else.
And then there was the Roanoke one, and then the 1984. I didn't see either of those.
I liked Cult.
Yeah,
that one was good. I like
that
that
was
one.
that was the political one, the cult one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was Evan Peters' show. That was like, Evan Peters, this is it. This is his like big thing.
I loved it
Yeah.
because they filmed a lot of it where they filmed Halloween in Hollywood. The babysitters' houses.
I
Wow.
didn't know that.
Yeah, there was Laurie Strode's house and the other girls in the movie.
I didn't know that.
I think
Yeah.
I
I didn't
watched
know that
the
either.
first half of that season, if that.
If you
'Cause
go
that
back,
came out in 2016, right?
if you go back and watch Cult and see them walk down the neighborhood, you'll see it's Halloween neighborhood.
Do they have
Tree-
the famous
trees?
hedge?
Yeah,
Head stick.
yeah. That's why I watched it. I had a good time with it.
And the 1984 one seems like it's right up your alley.
Yeah, it
1984.
seems like a slasher. I haven't seen that one.
Which one?
Yeah, I was awesome.
The 1984 one.
Yes.
That's sort of like, well, it's sort of good, but then
Yeah. It kind of fizzle out after like the 4th episode.
I don't like how no one dies in that show. No one stays dead in that show. There's always an explanation why people are coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the new one sounds good with Macaulay Culkin.
And Kathy Bates, they get it on.
Yep, they got it on.
Wait, in the show they do?
I've been dying to see that. Yeah.
I'm not going to watch this show if there's a sex scene of that. I accidentally watched About Schmidt and got a whole bunch of Kathy Bates I didn't need to see. I'm not making that mistake again.
You're gonna see it, Bob.
No amount of concussions will take away that. I'll forget everything about my life, but Kathy Bates's naked ass will still be embedded into some dark tissue. But what else did you guys? I'm trying to look because I had a list of directors that I was like, yeah, I don't think they're great. And one was Clint Eastwood, and a lot of people love him.
I love Clint Eastwood, but he's made some stinkers. I'm not going to totally defend him.
Well, no, Gran Torino, fantastic.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a movie that can never come out today.
No,
No. Yeah.
And the sad thing is I laugh and tell people that Gran Torino was my grandfather, except for it wasn't any Asian people. It's a Hispanic. His entire neighborhood was Hispanic. So like he would say the worst shit to these people, and they were still outside having beers with them.
I love when he takes them to the barber shop and then they walk in.
Yeah.
What's up? He's like, oh great, I'll get it, chink.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, yeah, that movie couldn't be made today, but some of his movies shouldn't have been made. Like
the one with the soldiers who disarmed the terrorists on the train, that was bad.
oh yeah, that was an Eastwood
I
film.
forget the name.
The 1517 to Paris.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And wasn't that one was starring the people who did it?
Yeah, and like the fight scene was awesome because they're fighters, but then the other like 85 minutes of that movie is just them, and they're not actors, and they're terrible actors.
You know who's an overrated director?
Hmm.
Wes Anderson.
I can see that.
I know Armando likes him a lot.
Yeah.
I don't love any of his movies.
Yeah,
They're
that's
okay.
fine. Yeah, no, I mean, some people like. I think that style is so specific that I can see it. It like gets on people's nerves, and I can understand that because it's very like the way it is. It's just I get that.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not. It's fine.
They always look beautiful the way they're filmed, cinematography, costume design. They're just like quirky and weird, but their movies I don't really want to revisit. I watched it once. I'm like, I'm good.
His older stuff. His older stuff, like I love Rushmore. It's my favorite.
I liked Royal Tenenbaums is probably my favorite.
Yeah,
but his newer stuff is good, but I don't love it.
Yeah. I think every time I try to show those movies to people, they're like they can't get into them like at all, and I get it. Like that style is so specific that I think I can see that it's so studied. Everything is so deliberate that I can see like they just. For other people, it doesn't work, but it's not bad. It's just I get it.
I like the director, but what about this guy, Christopher Nolan?
I could see
that. I love him, but I can see he could be overrated.
The same with James Cameron. You know what I mean? Like he's made good ones, but
he's made some shitty ones too.
Yeah, everything after T2.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, True Lies was good.
Yeah, that was also like 30 years ago.
It's true.
You don't like Avatar, Bob?
No, I hated that damn movie so much.
No,
You don't like its seven sequels?
Do we need it? We've seen Pocahontas, Fern Gully, and Dances with Wolves. Those are the 3 inspirations for his creative genius. If Robin Williams comes in half of them and starts rapping, we know where he definitely got it from.
You know, he said, I know James Cameron, he said he wants to make like a new version of 3D. I don't know what that means. Like the next Avatar, we're going to do a new version of 3D. I don't know how that works, but.
Gee, another one, Robert Zemeckis. I mean, he did some good ones, but.
I just finished the whole podcast.
Oh, the blank check thing?
Yeah.
Did
you listen to it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard. I haven't listened to all of it because I
Yeah.
didn't have time, but I'm going through them now.
But where are you? Which one?
I literally started on the used cars one. I'm very early into it, so I'm just
that's the first one. Yeah.
yeah. I'm just
What-
like skipping around. Yeah.
Which one's this?
The blank check.
It's
with
basically
Griffin
they
and
go
David.
through each director, and they're basically the films they did. And
Oh.
the Robert Zemeckis one was good. I liked it a lot. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That was an amazing episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked that, and obviously the Back to the Futures. He did what Lies Beneath.
Beowulf,
Uh,
Polar Express.
that was another one.
Carol.
That just Christmas Carol. Yeah, I mean, just there were a couple that was like, that's great. Like Contact, I thought was cool at the time. Forrest Gump, wasn't he Gump?
Yes, he was gone.
Yeah.
Just
What
maybe
was
just
that movie
his
with Steve Carell.
Welcome to
Welcome to
Marwin.
Marwin.
I never saw that one.
I
Yeah, me
love the
neither.
movie, but I like it just because the story's really like it's a good story. Like it was a
Yeah.
true story.
Mhm.
So I give it that, but I don't know. I know a lot of people could say Kevin Smith. Even though I love Kevin Smith, there are some movies that I think he definitely phoned in.
Yeah, he's like an acquired taste like Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You either like him or you don't. I don't
Did you
think
like the
there's
new
a-
one?
Which one? Oh, the
The
reboot.
reboot thing. Yeah.
It wasn't great. I'll get it 6 out of 10.
I haven't seen it yet. I saw it was on Hulu. I need to watch it.
I liked it, but I hated Yoga Hosers. That was a crap movie.
No,
Which
Yoga
one?
Hosers is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I hate
Yeah, Yoga Hosers is bad. The only funny part about it, honestly, are the Bratzies. Just a little
I
Nazis
hate-
in-
I hate the character that Johnny Depp does in those movies.
Oh yeah. What you would call it? Tusk. A lot of people hated Tusk.
I
I
love
love that
Tusk.
movie.
I love Tusk.
No, Tusk is I like, yeah.
So here's the thing. And I was talking about it because I watched that movie Honeydew, and I've been trying to figure out how to word what I thought about it. I think there is a new genre of horror movies that is coming along, and maybe it's just not for me. But so you're still the slasher, the psychological thrillers always. Then you have the ones that aren't scary; they're just disturbing. Midsommar, The Witch, and Honeydew is in there because none of it's scary. None of it makes you jump. None of that. It's just, oh, that's creepy. Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
I like suspense that's built up in Midsommar and Hereditary. I like that stuff.
Now, my
Yeah.
opinion changed on Midsummer. When I first saw it, I'm like, okay, I like this. When you watch it a second time, I absolutely hated it.
I felt like it was a fever dream. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? They're in a bear now? Now what are we, I didn't. So this
No, I
movie
feel like-
Honeydew has, God, what's his name? Biggest director, Steven Spielberg. His son is in it. And it's interesting, but it hits a part where it feels like Wes Anderson shot some just with the real quick camera moves
Yeah.
and stuff.
Hmm.
But it was just uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It was just an uncomfortable movie. Like nothing scared me. There was no suspense. You were just like, well, I kind of think I know where this is headed. Yep, I'm about 80% there. And I think I think this could be a new subgenre of horror, is just uncomfortable horror.
I like the ending. Like, well, maybe hate is the wrong word, but it's not a rewatchable movie, in my opinion.
I feel like the payoff wasn't what I wanted it to be, even though I had no idea what I wanted that payoff to be.
I thought she was good in that movie.
But you like her a lot anyway, though, right?
Yeah, that's like when I first noticed her. Like, yeah, she was like, dude, come on. When she's screaming in the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
that sent shivers down my spine.
No, when it comes to the uncomfortable horror, that's just how I'm going to start classifying now. Hereditary is the top notch. Like that was fantastic.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Great movie.
But again, it wasn't scary. There was nothing about it. It was just very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You know
very
what I mean? Like,
disturbing.
Yeah.
Yep.
although my one buddy had to leave while watching it because the whole scene with Toni Collette where she's on the ceiling, she starts hitting her head against the thing real fast.
That was fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, dude, that put me in a dark place, and I don't know why. Like, he walked outside. I was like, well, he's like, I don't even know what that was. He's like, something there. He's like, that just put me in a bad spot. I'm like, all right. But
I can't
then,
wait.
like, that's a good one I could watch because I've watched that more than once. And like after seeing it the first time, where you know, like the plot, then on the rewatch, you can see how he went around and wove everything in there, and just it was good.
I can't wait to see where Ari Aster's career goes. Director of Midsummer and Hereditary.
Yeah.
You know, who would be Logan? You know, who would be good to have him. What actor would be good with him? Someone mentioned it on blank check. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, put him in an Ari Aster movie. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that.
Well, Will Ferrell's been in some dramas and something. I mean, you had Stranger Than Fiction, Everything Must Go.
I like Everything Must Go. That's a good movie.
Everything Must Go was criminally underrated.
Biggie that's Biggie's kid, right? In the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great movie though.
Yeah, no, that's really
And one that I wish more people watched because I was just like, oh, that's really good. That Michael Pena is his best friend in that movie too. No, something no one like that movie. Nothing.
Doesn't Dennis from Sunny fire him in that movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'll have to rewatch it. I actually own it.
I haven't seen that movie. That movie's 10 years old. Damn.
It's one that like now says you blow the dust off of it and go, all right, you know what? I'll give this a watch again.
I'm not sure if this counts as a 420 movie. And speaking of Yoga Hosers movies, I don't like Soul Plane.
I mean, I know there was a lot of pot in writing, directing, starring, and the process of directing it. I know. Yeah, it definitely had to be in there.
But one thing, like with that movie, I kind of like it because it's like a guilty pleasure. It did make
Yeah,
me
I'm
laugh.
the same way.
Yeah, me too.
But here's the thing: it's one of the few movies I've seen that doesn't have a story. No, really, it does not have a story
Yeah.
at all. It's racial stereotypes for an hour and 45 minutes.
Starring Kevin Hart.
like if they would have had Tom Arnold needs to get on the Soul Plane to get to his daughter's wedding, and then while on Soul Plane he learns about diversity and accepting different cultures. No, it's not a movie. There's no story. I don't get it.
The literal last scene I remember, the joke is there's a guy who's like Muslim and he says, "This is the bomb," and everybody goes, "Ah!" I was like, okay, calm down.
All that great post 9/11 humor.
Yeah.
If you thought racism on land was bad, wait till you go in the sky with it.
You can't make that today either.
Oh, of course.
They would be like everybody that they would be
Even
like,
back
we have
then,
to
I'm like, this
petition.
is kind of pushing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was one of my favorite things. One of Pete David's things on the roast, when he's like, "My dad died on 9/11, and Soul Plane is the worst experience in my life involving a plane."
I remember the movie started off with Kevin Hart just making noises.
Didn't he like get a job, and that's like his first day on the job is working
No,
for the Soul Plane?
I think it was something like he was in on the toilet or something,
And
and then
his
something happened to his dog. He went out the window, and then he sued the company, and he's like, "I'm gonna start my own airline."
He gets the airline. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But he's in the bathroom because he ate beef stroganoff.
Oh, this is gonna have to be a rewatch.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch out. You know what? This is definitely a 420 movie. How High? That movie was a blast.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I
That's
watched
really
it a
good.
lot, but
Yeah.
Wasn't Courtney B. Vance the teacher?
No, it was I know the guy. He's not like I don't know him, but he was the guy. He's one of the lawyers in Philadelphia. He's in a lot of Jonathan Demme movies.
Alrighty. I just
They
remember the
turned a
Cheetos on the
cannon
floor.
into a bowl.
Yeah.
or Redman's best friend in the movie, I Need Money. He's like, how do you know that's his name? He said, I said, hi. He said, I need money. I said, shit, me too.
Does he have it on his grill?
Yeah.
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 They keep smoking their best friend in their weed, and he would come up and give them answers to the test.
And then they were like, how'd you show up? He's like, this is what happens when you smoke your boy.
You are dropping Cheetos on an 18th century rug.
Very good. I'm not the only one who watched that way too many times.
And then he's like, I got the
He's
mark of
Turtles in
voodoo.
that movie too.
Yeah, she is.
Before the plastic surgery.
But
Yeah.
before she just became Lisa Tortoise. just whiter and rounder. Oh yeah, I've been watching that Saved by the Bell on Peacock. It's actually funny. Like it
Is that like
pokes.
a parody? Is that what they're
Yeah,
doing?
very
I thought-
much so.
Yeah.
Like Zach Morris is a mayor, and he cuts funding down for like urban LA. And they're like, well, where would you put it? And he's like, oh, my kid has a fine time at school, blah, blah. And so they send all of these at-risk youth to Bayside. It's really funny because they're like, wait, what do you mean you go to the restaurant during school? Wait, what do you mean? And they poke fun at it the whole time. So it's pretty good. That and like Jesse like cradles her baby. Her son like doesn't think he does anything wrong. And he's just like, he's the starting quarterback of the football team. And he's like just terrible, like can't throw a ball, but no one ever told him he wasn't good. So he just keeps succeeding in everything because no one's challenged him with it.
How much is Peacock?
$4.99 a month.
The only thing I don't like about Peacock is like sometimes I start like the pay-per-views, like we were watching WrestleMania, and like they don't like if you don't start it on time. It's
There's no start from beginning fee.
Yeah, because I just had some things I had to do. Like I just wish they had that, but other than that, like it's pretty good, like to watch it from beginning to end. The stuff that they had.
I think they'll change that.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it just started like a few months ago, so they're never gonna have everything right away.
Yeah, and I mean, plus they have live sports, which would be good. But Peacock's worth it because it's got a lot of original stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was going to say by the bell, there's a lot of other stuff.
No, they got Yellowstone on there. I tried to watch that. Yeah,
you just sold Logan on it right there.
Yeah,
I've already seen it.
No, you go watch it again.
Yeah, I might actually.
Yeah.
I love it.
You and Henry need to have just the Yellowstone podcast, just a podcast about talking about
we
Yellowstone.
could actually talk about it for days.
No, that my sister has Discovery Plus, and so I'm borrowing her account.
We're getting that.
Dude,
I have that too.
I should not be able to watch My 600-Pound Life and 90 Day Fiance in the same day, because I'll be able to sit there eating Taco Bell, letting just shit fall off me, watching a 600-pound woman going, she's got no willpower. Man should not have that much power where they feel that good about themselves.
Yeah.
I didn't know what self-esteem was before I saw Jerry Springer and then My 600-Pound Life. Now all of a sudden I think I'm great.
Yeah, I watch all the 90 Day Fiancé. And my mom is very into it. So like I just started watching it because of her. So she's really into like all the couples and stuff. Like that's like I don't know if I would have ever gotten Discovery Plus if I was never watching that show, but it's like they have all these streaming services for everything now.
I shouldn't.
Different shows.
I shouldn't be playing with that channel, but yet I do.
Yeah.
Then they have the investigative Discovery, which is part of it as well.
Yeah.
And I'll watch that stuff all day.
Yeah. My mom's the same way. She like watches all of the like what's the one? She's like obsessed with like pretty much all the shows on the ID. She's like, I have to watch all these different shows every day. She'll put that, and then she'll also watch HGTV.
Hell yeah. We watch that all the time.
Yeah, and I always tell her like, oh, I already know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go look at a house. They're gonna say it's an the woman is always the wife is always saying, oh, I want an open concept. It has to be open concept. And then the guy's just like, yeah, whatever my wife wants, I'll give it to her. And like some of them are interested with it. Some of those people are annoying because
no, it's like, oh, I sharpen pencils for a living. I pet chickens for 20 hours a week. We have
Yeah.
a $2.5 million budget. Like, where the fuck are you sharpening
Yeah.
pencils at?
Yeah, yeah. It's all scripted and fake.
Yeah.
I have a girl I went to high school with was on it because her husband was going to med school in Grenada, and I didn't even know what the fuck Grenada was.
No idea.
They're like, oh, check this out. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're on an island and you want to be by the beach and by the hospital. Like, cool. You went
Yeah.
from Chicago to an island. Now they're in now they live in Queens.
Yeah. The one IGTV show, I do watch it from time to time because my mom is really into it. She loves Flip or Flop. She watches that all the time. So she likes Tarek a lot. Like she's followed because Tarek and Christina, the two people, they broke up, they divorced. And she's like, oh, I gotta see what's gonna happen with the two of them. I think she likes to see what the vibe is gonna be because they're divorced. They're still doing that show together. And
Your
then
mom likes a train wreck just like all of us.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, she loves
That's another
that show.
thing that's on Peacock is there's a John Wayne Gacy documentary.
I saw that. I should watch that. I'm
Did
trying
you?
to watch. I haven't seen it yet, but I was
has,
kind of curious.
It has a bunch of different footage that hasn't been seen and all that. So I was like, well, I'll have to watch that because one, it's serial killers and I love that. And two, it's in my the family's backyard and displays and stuff like that. So
yeah, I saw it on the front menu, so I might watch it. No, she likes that stuff, so I might watch that with her.
And it's definitely like I said, anything true crime I'll watch.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's because I took psychology. I'm always fascinated. I like more fascinated like the mind of how they work rather than I don't like the investigation. I don't really care about the police stuff. I'd rather see like how they were as a person. Like, they'll talk to a friend or something or like the family and be like, he was off this one time and he used to say like really, really weird things. And it's like you didn't see like one of my favorite things. I have Zodiac on DVD and it has like the director's cut with all these interviews and they're like interviewing like people who maybe knew the guy who like they assume was a Zodiac killer. And they're like, well, one time he did this thing. He would say like these really weird stuff about this and that. And I'm like, how did you like not put two and two together? I mean, I would, yeah.
Don't do that. I watch Evil Lives Here and seriously, no, I like 5 times at least a month. My youngest will do something and I'll look at my wife and go, this is where they're going to break. And there were signs. And I was like,
yeah. Yeah.
Armando, you brought up a good point though. Like with those documentaries, that is like a little issue I have when they find like one person where it's like, well, he strangled cats in the neighborhood at night. But
it's like,
other than that, he's a nice
guy. Like it's like a record scratch. I mean, you didn't see that cover. You should have seen it cover. And it's like, no, he was a good guy. We used to party together and all this stuff. He just had this one thing. And it's like, no, that's a thing you kind of should have talked about.
He enjoyed Michael Bay movies, record scratch.
Yeah.
And then he said that the Fast and Furious movies plots made sense.
You got to take him away now.
Exactly. He might not have done anything wrong, but he's about to do something wrong other than waste $9.99 on a movie.
He has the whole Tyler Perry collection. Okay. Get him tested today.
On 4K?
Yeah.
He has an autographed Medea wig. And I haven't seen the US versus Billie Holiday at all.
Oh, I watched that.
There you go.
I like that one. Yeah.
No, I love it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
It's on Hulu?
Yeah. So Hulu exclusive, I think. Yeah. It was good. I think at the end of the day, she really made that character her own.
No, she's a great actress. I don't know the singer's name. I only know her one song, but she.
Yeah. Yeah, I know some Billie Holiday. I can't say I know all the songs, but like my mom, she knows some of it, so she didn't know like there were some things in it. Like she knows some of the songs, but she didn't know about like the drug use and stuff like that. I kind of knew about it, but it was interesting what they went through in that movie.
I only knew Billie Holiday really from the movie that Billy D. Williams was in.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Lady Sings the Blues. My mom saw that too, and she was like, "Oh, this is a different way." Because I saw that she was like, "I saw it years ago. This is a different side I never saw." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But Yeah, no, I was surprised they like focus on that because usually I'm so used to like they take that stuff out and it's like, no, don't even talk about the drug use. You have to make sure they sound like they were an angel. But no, she was like, I'll do drugs in this house with this one guy and I'll just be sitting here all the time. Like it was crazy how bad it seemed to get with the drug abuse. And I know like some of those musicians, I know they get very tempted into doing all that stuff. And I think in that industry, I think it's a lot easier to get access to that stuff. And it's like crazy how like she got into like all that. And after that, she's just like, I'm okay. I'm gonna try and do it on my own. I at least in the movie, she just time skip and she was just like, okay, I'm gonna get off this. I mean, I don't know how it happened in real life, but I would figure it's not that easy to just stop and like it's nothing, you know.
So how would you think it falls amongst the bio movies like that? You know, like you have Walk the Line, Ray. I mean, hell, there's been 5 Temptation movies, stuff like that. Do you think it's one of the better ones or one of the ones that just kind of? I mean, you obviously said it was hard hitting, so it wasn't.
That I thought it was like honestly, as a whole, it was fine. It was like the drug stuff was like interesting to me, but as a whole, biopic, it was okay. Like I wasn't blown away by it. It was like I found it honestly I felt in the middle of the road. Like it didn't tell me anything crazy or shocking, and I thought like I did that it would literally be like the United States versus Billie Holiday. They kind of talk about that, but it seemed like it was more like certain things. Like it was just one specific guy that worked in the FBI that was on the case, and he has to make sure she doesn't perform the song. This song's gonna get her in trouble because she's singing about how these Black people are being lynched, which like that was really crazy. How everybody was like, no, she can't sing that song because people are gonna listen and they're gonna see what happens. And that part I was interested in, but like as a whole, like I kind of feel like I've seen movies like this before. I wouldn't say it's the best of these kind of movies, but it was watchable for the kind of movie that it was. And again, Andra Day, she was really good in it. Like she helped to make it, she helped to elevate it, I thought. If it was anybody else, I don't know if it would be as good.
Standout to me, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And Logan, just to go back to them, because I really did like that show. It's a mixture of, we keep saying Jordan Peele, but it's also like Lovecraft Country and
kind of.
Yeah, and Suburbicon.
Definitely it has that 1950s vibe like Lovecraft, which I like about it.
And I don't know if you know Suburbicon with Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
I've never seen it, but I've always wanted to for some reason.
Yeah, I like that movie. I think this week I'm gonna try to watch like all the different like Oscar movies. But I always mean to, and then I don't know, they kind of drop off for some reason. But like this time, it's like it's good. Like most of them are like on Amazon, Hulu, or Netflix. They're even putting shorts on Netflix too. It's like, oh, this got nominated this year. So like now it's like a lot easier than it used to be.
I'm gonna check out that short. I forgot.
You got to be in the mood to watch those type of movies. You know what I mean? Like, most of them are depressing. It's like I don't want to watch a depressing ass movie tonight.
It's like we're going through like because of I think it's also the pandemic. It's like I don't want to watch anything too sad. I just want to watch another episode of Married with Children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just in that mood now. Like all I watch were dramas, like TV shows that were just mostly dramas. So like now, like every now and again, like I have to watch something light, because they all look good. But it's like I think there was a time when I was younger, I was thinking, in like high school, when I was like, oh no, these Oscars, these are real cinema, and you have to watch these because they're important movies. They're better than what anybody else is making. Now I see these movies, I'm like, these are not movies I can watch just at any time. I have the time, I have the access. It's a lot easier now. And then it's like, I don't want to watch some of these things come out. And like, I have to be like, sometimes just not in the mood for some of these because I'm just not ready to be depressed. There's too much going on in the world. Sometimes I just want to relax.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
I want to watch like something funny. Lift up my spirits.
Yeah. I mean, but like I keep like the one I do really want. I do still want to watch the trial of the Chicago 7, but that movie seems like it's gonna be work because Aaron Sorkin sometimes
Yes.
he's directed it, and I tried to watch The West Wing and I liked it, but like I feel like he seems like he could be very exhausted.
Yeah.
After a while.
The more and more he does, the more and more like Sorkin does alone. Like you see
You need
Fincher, how good Fincher is, because
Mhm.
Fincher scaled it back,
yeah.
and that's why
Yeah,
some
you
of them
can
are
tell.
really amazing.
Yeah, because I've never seen him direct, but like watching, like I tried to watch The West Wing and I liked it, but I was like, I can't binge this. Everybody talks like they're the smartest person in the world, and it just got
Yes.
kind of exhausting to me after a while. And I think yeah, you need a guy to say, or a woman, whoever directs anything, like really, which either way, somebody has to say you can't put all this into it. You always have to scale back. I think somebody has to push back sometimes. You can't always just say, okay, just say everything that's in your head. Especially Aaron Sorkin, because I feel like he's one of those guys that he has to put everything on paper and has to say everything. And I like the Social Network, but again, that's Fincher that told him, hey, like don't put everything like and he's also a very meticulous Fincher, so he knows how to scale things back and put everything right that it doesn't feel so exhausting.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But yeah, that one I want to watch. I wanted to watch Sound of Metal too.
That
But-
was cool.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Is that depressing? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it. It's not like that's not a bad thing. I'll watch it, but that's one of those movies like I have to be in the mood. To,
Yeah,
like,
it's not-
okay.
It's not a feel good movie.
Yeah, I
I'm
figured.
looking at like all these Best Picture nominees. So, like, Meg is not really depressing. Yeah, I think Meg's the only one that doesn't have a tragic ending.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it pretty much sums up the pandemic in 2020. Depressing.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is like, not being able to go to the movie theater. I haven't really been keeping up with the Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
You know?
I used
Not
to
the-
watch.
It's not
Yeah,
the same for me.
It's not the same. Yeah, I used to try to watch all the award shows leading up to it, and I'm
Yeah, me
like,
too.
now I'm just like, I'll just watch I'll like see the news. I'll read about it. Like apparently there was the BAFTAs were last week, and I missed it. And I was like, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's just something depressing's gonna win anyway. It's gonna be extra depressing because it's British. So I don't know.
True.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I hope it's a good show next week at the Oscars. And I know they're gonna pander like they always do, and they're gonna say, "Oh, this year's been great." And just so you know, everybody here is equal, and there's gonna be that. Everybody's gonna applaud for themselves because they always have to. and
It's
say
always
how-
the political nonsense.
Yeah, I don't need that. And I'm liberal. I would like to say I'm liberal, but I'm like, you don't have to always talk about how we're equal. Every American is the same. It's like, okay, I get it. I don't need to hear that all the time.
Just talk about the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about what you think about politics or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I hope that my pick. It's not gonna happen, but I want Borat's daughter to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
She's
wouldn't
just
mind
so
that.
good.
That would
Yeah, I
be
wouldn't
funny.
mind that.
But she's
Yeah.
not gonna win. The Asian girl, the Asian grandmother from Minari is gonna win.
Yeah.
I said I did a Nomadland rewatch, and I'm still working on Schitt's Creek. Schitt's
Mm.
Creek.
Get through it, man. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I just saw an episode last night where they're doing cabaret in the show, and Alexis wanted to try out, and her audition and like what she sang was hilarious. Like I had to rewind it like twice.
Yeah, that's a good show. Hang in there.
But yeah, no, and also what I'm working on, you'll have the Oscars and my picks for best and worst this week.
Cool. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome for the website.
I finished the show last night. I liked it because it was one of those shows where I kept putting it off. Now I'm kind of running out of stuff to watch, so I had to finally just sit down and watch. I watched something on Netflix called Maniac with Jonah Hill
with Jonah Hill and
and Emma
That was
Stone.
crazy. Yeah.
That show's insane. Like
It's
it's
good.
a show. It's one of those shows. It's good. It takes time to kind of get used to the style because it just every moment is just like the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in this show, but I liked it. It was very strange. It was more dramatic, than I was expecting it to be, because I think just because of the least. But I thought like Jonah Hill and Emma Stone were really, really good in it, and like they're always great. I think.
And the girl from Ozark's in that, right?
Yeah, she is. She's Emma Stone's sister,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, she was good in it too. I think that show, it's one of those shows I kind of get why like nobody talks about it, because Netflix puts out like 800 things and then people forget about it, and that's one of those shows where I can kind of see it's not gonna really get big attention. It's gonna weird people out, but like I just kind of like, because the psychology of it, like it focuses on that aspect that fascinated me. And I just like how at the end it's not like we have to they're the two people that are together, they're of the opposite sex, so they got to end up together as a couple. It's more like, oh no, we're gonna just be friends and support each other, and like we both come from very messed up backgrounds and we have a lot of damage stuff that we have to get over, but we're just gonna be friends and deal. It wasn't romantic. I like that, because I feel like that's always a thing sometimes, where the two people, they're like a man and a woman, they got to be together. I just like that it was more, we got to figure out our stuff and go through all these weird sequences. And then I found out the guys that did it, one of the guys was a writer for The Leftovers. And I really like The Leftovers. Like that was another, like it kind of has that feel to it. So it does kind of get very trippy at times, but I liked it. I can't say I love every episode, but like at the same time, I feel like the more I got into it, I like got very, very invested in like what was going on. And I did really want to figure out what was happening. I just thought I liked how the characters like interacted with each other. After a certain point, it does become, well, this person, like no, there's no real like good guy or bad guy. Everybody kind of has something that they kind of have to overcome, and they have to talk to somebody about. And I like that aspect of it. It was not the typical show that I guess I expect. I guess I thought it would be more straightforward, but at the same time, it's not. It's just very weird TV. And then last night I started a show on Amazon Prime called 000, and it's an Italian. I think it's an Italian show. It's Italian, British, and I think French co-production. And it's a show about like people smuggling drugs basically through. It's like the people who bought it in Mexico, the Americans who like are bringing it through a shipping container, and these Italian people that are like also involved. They're the buyers. The Italians are the buyers in the Mexican cartels involved. And it's like a show where basically somebody paid, like the Americans put some money in. Everybody paid their part of where the drugs are going to come in. The money went missing, so like no one's getting the drugs that they want. And the whole show is just basically how they're gonna get the drugs back or try to get the money back, because there's all this confusion because no one's getting what they wanted. And I think who is in it? Gabriel Byrne is in it. He's one of the Americans, and he owns like the company that's smuggling the drugs in. And he basically, something happens to him, and he basically is like, we have to get Dane DeHaan. Dane DeHaan, you have to be the guy that has to help with the make sure the drugs come into the country, because we have to keep this going, because this is the only way we're making money with the shipping containers. And as a whole, it's really fascinating. It kind of, because the guy that directed it did Sicario, the second Sicario movie, and it kind of has that feel, like it's very gritty, but it's never depressing. It's just a lot of crazy stuff keeps happening because there's all these crooked people that are doing all these different things, and they just keep getting worse and worse. And I like crime stuff, so it's very interesting so far. I only watched the first 2 episodes, but it's really good.
Yeah, and for me, I'm watching Invincible and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 1 more episode left, and I finished them. That was honestly a good show. And then Logan, you sent me the podcasting interview with someone. I don't know who it is yet. That's how well prepared I am. And the movie actually looks pretty cool. It looks like that Mel Gibson movie, Apocalypto. So I'll check it out. And I'm gonna reach out to those other people I sent you a text about. I don't know if they'll message me back. I don't think they will. I'll just get lost in, their messages or whatever. But I'll try.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. See what happens.
Yeah.
You never know. They may respond.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like a lot of solid stuff. I'm watching the same: Invincible, Mighty Ducks, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Them. Gonna be on episode 3. I just watched Kid 90s documentary, Soleil Moon Frye.
It was hard for me to get through.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. But I
No,
like
but it
the
was like, and so, then they died. And you're like, yeah, I know.
yeah, pretty much. It was cool seeing all those actors back in the 90s. You know, David Arquette, super young, and all those people.
The Jonathan Brandis one is what like really made me go like, I have to turn this off, just because
Yeah.
he's like found out he died, and then I saw that he had left me 3 phone messages the day before. You're just like, oh, you stupid. It's just
And then she's like, I lost my virginity to Charlie Sheen.
yeah. I was like, what the hell?
I'm like, he has AIDS though. Like seriously, he has AIDS in real life.
Yeah, but did he then? Like, 'cause-
No, probably not then. But it's just funny. Charlie Sheen has AIDS.
yeah, and somehow we have glossed over that. In the year of the pandemic, UFOs are real. No one gave a shit. Charlie Sheen has AIDS. People are brushing everything over now.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it wasn't terrible. It's on Hulu. And tonight we're watching Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
I want to see that so bad.
I'm watching it. That's why I'm like trying to wrap this up so I can watch it before bed.
No, I actually did watch it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's all I'll tell you.
me and
Time.
yeah, me and Henry are gonna review it tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm super excited for that.
I'm watching Invincible, Falcon Winter Soldier. I'll start them. It looked really good. I don't know. I want to see it. Honestly, man, it's been 911. We've been watching the Angela Bassett show.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's a good show, man.
It's a good show. It's a good show. But no, the Mighty Ducks show, I'm still watching that. I'm not sure where it's going, but I did start rewatching the season or the show movies. So I just almost the end right before the last game in the first movie.
So for episode 112 of the CinePhellas, I guess we could say podcast, the 420
Ooh.
edition, or let me think. I hate to be blunt, but it's come to an end. Actually,
Well,
I'm too
that's
tired to do this right now. All right. So for episode 112 of the CinePhellas, Logan.
Cheese! Stay safe, my friends. And remember to smoke a blunt.
Yes.
Man, I can't believe that about wraps up the first ever 420 episode of the CinePhellas Podcast. I love coming by and seeing those wild boys get wider than the jar of pickles on a Sunday barbecue. Hopefully next year those boys will invite Uncle Snoop Dogg on the next podcast for 420. And don't forget to leave out your sugar cookies and milk tonight. Well, I'm going to be driving from house to house, stealing all your weed. As always, love those wild boys. Love Uncle Snoop Dogg.